Hello guys, hope everybody's doing well. I'm sure doing way better because the heat wave is gone. We're still sitting about 25-30 degrees, but definitely is cooler than 40 degrees, so much better. A little bit of wind outside, so that's great. Figured I'll do a quick video. Just the end of the month here. A few things I wanted to quickly mention, and also happy Canada Day, guys. Tomorrow is July 1st. Yeah, so I've been talking to a lot of guys locally that are trying to start a box truck business as well, and what I noticed, everybody's trying to rush just to get everything going. They just want to buy a truck, get behind the wheel, start driving tomorrow. You have to be careful. You have to consider this as a business. This is not just a driving job. If you want a driving job, you go work for somebody for $18 an hour, 20 if you're good at it. This, you have to consider this is a business. If you're starting a box truck, it is an actual business. Just because you don't have a store, a retail location, that does not mean it's not a business. There's a lot of paperwork involved. You have to be super organized to get everything going. And don't rush. There's a procedure to everything. Remember, I told you, you have to get a business plan going. Get that down on the paper. Have a plan, have a guide. Apply for NSC. Start looking for a truck, but don't buy one yet until you're sure that you're gonna get driving tomorrow. I actually got approved for a lease on that F750 that I was looking at. I'm really happy. I just went and took a look for like the 5th time for that truck. It needs nothing. It's just it purrs. It works super smooth. Everything is good. You know, for the first 4 times I went and looked at it, I didn't realize it actually has a backup camera, and now I noticed it just now. And it's got a backup camera. The AC works, and what I like about the F750, like I mentioned before, because it's technically like it's a pickup truck base, it is so quiet inside. It is crazy. When you drive a big like a regular 5-ton, like a Freightliner International, it sounds like a box truck. The F750, I love it. It's so quiet inside. It's more of a luxury ride compared to a regular box truck, and I think I'm really gonna enjoy driving that on the road. Everything works, lights are working, everything. It is a 2016 truck. I went to the dealership, give them the VIN number, they checked out the service. Like, it was regularly serviced. Like, whoever owned it before, it was a company, they serviced it like to the date. If it needed to be done today, they dropped off a truck and it got serviced. I've got probably 12 pages from a Ford dealership on all the service that's been done to it. So it's well looked after. I think this is a better choice than that International that I went for originally. The lease is approved. I'll fill you guys in on the numbers that I got from a leasing company a little bit later. But I'm not too happy about the numbers, but it's okay. I will go ahead with those numbers because this is an opportunity for me. It is another business I'd like to get going, and business is all about risk, so you have to risk it. So I'm gonna be paying quite a bit per month because it's a fairly short lease, but I think it will do for me. And yeah, so as I said, the major thing, I've met so many drivers in the last couple of weeks. I've met so many guys that are trying to start a box truck, that are running a box truck business, but they're struggling. They're trying to have ends meet every day because they can't find proper loads. They got nothing. So all they have is a goddamn truck, and they expect to go to a company, to a dispatcher or a logistic company, and say, hey, I'm looking for work, and they for some reason expect to get paid $1,000 a day. And when they get asked for a WCB, an actual corporation register or not, they got no name, they got nothing. They're just, I'm Mike and I drive and I deliver. Yes, you can do that, but your profit is going to be way smaller if you have everything set up properly for the paperwork, insurances. Since I'm getting this truck leased, I cannot get a personal insurance on it as a personal use. The lease company is forcing me to get a commercial insurance. I mentioned that in my previous video, and I don't have to get a commercial insurance, I have to have an NSC number. I'm borrowing a number from a friend here, and he gave me a condition. He said he will let me use his NSC number to insure the truck properly so I can take it off the dealer's lot, but I will have to drive for him for 2 weeks to deliver loads. He's gonna pay me, but he's so short on drivers that he's willing to let me use his NSC number, but he wants me to drive for him for a couple of weeks. As I said, he will pay me for driving as well. So that's how it's gonna work out with him. And I will be able to drive it properly because I'll be driving under his NSC number. So that's one more thing I wanted to mention to you guys. That's one thing to watch or find a company. I've actually asked around, and I found a lot of guys that are for some reason not having their own NSC numbers, but when they went to a company that was hiring, they said, I have a truck, I have experience driving it, I'm willing to deliver, but I don't have an NSC number. And that company provided them their own NSC number. Like, they said, use our NSC number, but you only drive for us. So if you want to get a behind the box truck business, behind the box truck driving quicker than you receive your own NSC, you can try and find a company that is willing to let you use their own NSC number and drive for them. That way you can actually just buy a truck and get going. They'll let you use their NSC number. You'll be able to get a commercial insurance on your truck, and you basically just go working. That speeds up a lot of things, but don't get stuck in it. You still have to have your own NSC number eventually. Once you get it, you just switch it over. Otherwise, you'll be stuck with this guy forever, and your profits are going to be completely different driving for this company versus trying to find your own loads. Because if you depend somehow on this company, they're gonna use it against you, right? So they're gonna pay you way cheaper to make money on you. But once you have your own stuff set up, you're the boss, right? So have everything organized, guys. As I said, a lot of guys I ran into, they don't know what they're doing. They're stuck driving now every day for cheap because they haven't organized everything right at the beginning. They just jumped into it. They're driving now. They don't have time to take off their driving job to finish setting everything up the way it needs to. And then now they're just desperate, right? Like some guys are like, just I screwed this box truck thing. I'm not making enough money. Yada, 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 yada. That's why you have to stay organized and you have to get everything lined up before you go looking for loads by yourself. Very important, as I mentioned many times before, as I said, but try and find some companies that can possibly let you use their NSC number if you want to get on the road ASAP. So you can look for a truck, finance it, lease it, buy it outright for cash, but negotiate with the company before to use their NSC number, and then you can use their NSC number to get a commercial insurance. Because if you finance it or lease it, they will want to have a commercial insurance on the truck before they lease it. The personal use thing is not gonna cut it here. So that's one thing. Second thing, I wanted to mention as well for commercial credit. I'll briefly kind of go over it, how I bought my truck. I actually used my other business. How should I phrase it? First of all, there's no proper commercial credit in Canada. There's no such a thing almost. In the US there is. Your company has a commercial credit. In Canada it's almost impossible to have commercial credit. The lenders will always use you as a personal guarantee regardless. but I've used the tax returns to prove to the company from my other construction business, saying that this construction business is going to guarantee that my new business is going to pay for this truck. That's how it worked. So I'm personally technically not involved in buying this truck. My construction company is guaranteeing the transport company, to lease company, that my transport company will be making the payments. So if my transport company does not make the payments, then the leasing company goes after my construction business. I was okay to do that because it's well over $500,000 of revenue a year in the construction business, and they like the numbers, and that was the only way I could get approved, because on my personal I got so much credit already, and I'll be honest, it's pretty shitty, so I couldn't actually get financed through a personal. So that's how I did it with the business. So that's pretty much it. I'll once I have the truck picked up and at home, I'll tell you guys which company I got it leased through. They are pretty much Canada wide, so just in case if you guys are trying to lease a truck, you guys can always go through them. I'll tell you guys a person to contact, and maybe you guys can get a truck lease through them. They don't care which truck. You can pick a truck. You basically just submit their information to them, and they'll say, okay, here's the budget, go look for a truck. So you can buy a truck anywhere you want, at the dealership, private sale, anything, right? So my F750 actually does not have a tuckaway tailgate like I had in the video the other time. I did find a used, it's a 2014 used tuckaway Maxon 3,000 pound tailgate, and super clean condition, and I think it's $4,800 installed. So I'm gonna get that going once I pick up the truck as well. But they're so busy at that shop, they need 3 weeks lead time to even install the tailgate. I wasn't planning to drive a truck that soon anyways, so once I have the truck picked up, I already went and placed the deposit on the tailgate so they can hold it, and then they're saying basically like last week of July they can get to it and install it. I wasn't planning on driving my box truck until August 1st anyways, as I'm super busy with my construction company right now, so I have to wrap up a couple projects. And yeah, and they'll install the tailgate on it as well. So the total cost of the truck was $39,000 taxes in, plus about $5,000 for the tailgate. So I'm about $44,000 into this truck so far. And the lease I got was 3 months long, but as I said, I'll do 36 months long. But I'll do a separate video on what my payments were and everything, and basically what the leasing company needed and everything. They actually do commercial equipment leasing, so that's what they specialize in. But again, happy Canada Day, guys. I'll probably be off for the next 3-4 days anyways, enjoying some time with my family. It's a super long weekend, nice weather. And as I said, I still remember that I promised you guys that video to set up a company. It is coming up, so just stay tuned. Try and subscribe to my channel, guys. If you guys watching my videos, it'll help to spread the word around for Canadian box trucking business. I see a lot of views on the videos, but not a whole lot of people subscribe, so it'd be nice to see a couple more subscribers to understand if I'm getting the message to you guys or not. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You guys take care. We'll talk to you later.